Fuck, bro, what the hell is going on? Yeah, no. Laptop. This information is balanced. No, it shows like my. Bro, am I running mad or because I'm passing the ball down? Nigga keeps passing it where he wants. Give him permission to. Baba, what was that horrendous first touch? Am I for real? But assist is 7 people left. Yo. What? You have to reset this. Where are the players? Konami, where are the players? My days, I forgot to shoot. And then he said, yeah, I can't. Hey, this 442. Oh my, Joe was like, just lock the fucking, you know, Bro, the fuck, bro? Then wait. What's like? Why are you coming back? I squad is free, probably. If I squad is free kick, probably there's a comeback. Saliba, how long does it take you to control the ball? Damn this. Put it right there.
And all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Oxford are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Great vision. That's been cut out, well played. And that's a good... And Owen! Michael Owen! Screamer! A finish of true class. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Oxford find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Szoboszlai. Ambitious ball here. Spread neatly. And he's picked it up out wide. Szoboszlai. And they're quick to press. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Szoboszlai. And it's Scholes. Owen. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Owen. Mohamed Salah tries to pass it through. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And he cuts out the supply. Cole. And that has put paid to that. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And there is the half-time whistle. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Oxford are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now it's Berbatov. Dunk. Alexander-Arnold. Defending was strong and firm. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Mohamed Salah looking for a runner. Cole looking to run onto it. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oxford really do look to have it all sewn up here. Berbatov under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Ah, this looks sharp. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through, and it's skewed away. A corner it is then. Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, over the years, I've seen some great defensive leaders, and this guy, Ruben Dias, lives up to all of that, especially the way he just dictates where he wants his teammates to be positioned. Just always seems to have that picture. And when it comes to passing, he pretty much just leaves that to everyone else.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And it's played forward. Reinders. And it's Bernardo Silva. Wirtz. Haaland. Driving forward. No, he wasn't going to be fooled.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Floated through, and he's managed to get free. Bernardo Silva. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Soboslai. Lovely ball and a real and Owen! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Caught offside that time. Vardiol. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment. Big chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The look of disbelief on the faces of his teammates, I don't need to add to it.
White gets across and deals with it. Looking for options for movement. Oh, and the shot! And it's a goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Owen at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Batistuta really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Locatelli! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Oh, well measured. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Searching pass he's played there. And it's made its way to him. There's the shot! In he goes again! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Rafael Leao. Shapes to shoot! Yes, it's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that
Rafael Leao! Oh, it's come off the upright. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. De Bruyne, hit into the middle, and out it comes again. And reclaimed it in a trice. Donadoni powering forward here. Takes a shot! Goal! Milan! And they've got their lead back. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Vlahovic wriggles his way through. Batistuta. Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Vlahovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Del Piero. Now it's Dybala. Look at the space here. It's Schneider! It's hit the upright. And he's there to belt it away. Donadoni. Now Modric. Now it's Vlahovic. Quality ball. And the finish! And it's hit the woodwork and out! He's gone direct here. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Rafael Leao. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And we're underway again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. Oh, that's well spotted. De Bruyne. Now it's Vlahovic. De Roon. Now it's Dybala. He can run onto that. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero! There's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
And the shot! Yes! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Verona take the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Aimed beyond the defence. Looking for the run. Now it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! Off the post! De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Schneider! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Schneider! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And Batistuta! And that is wildly off target.
Well, how on earth has he got that so wrong?
Nicked it back promptly. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Modric. And here's Vlahovic. Tries to pass it through. He's having a shot! They want to be quick to it, and it's come back out to him.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Played into space. Pass is just off target. Oh, that's neat. He is through here. Can he get away here? And that's it. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Dida making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already shot a goal! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
He is through here. He's on it. Can he get away? Rafael Leao! Rafael Leao! That is wonderful! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Verona are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Shoots! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's quick to snatch it back. He's in a great position here. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. And they are right back within touch. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Goes for a shot! They've scored! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look...
Decent chance! They want to be quick. Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Baresi shows the will to win the ball. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That is good alertness. Rafael Leao is onto this. DiMarco. They get a throw in. Verona heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Rafael Leao. Barella. Sucic. plays it through. Zanetti. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. He's in plenty of space here. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. That's going to go a long way. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And Dybala! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that is a goal worthy of universal. And that's it. My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's brilliant going in both directions, and he's got an impressive assist tally, and he's got solid defensive numbers too. So he really does make that left side his own, whether he's at left back or as a wing back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. So what can they make of this? Schneider. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Dybala. Del Piero. Çalhanoğlu defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Del Piero. Del Piero! It's bounced back off the post. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dybala. Driving through the middle. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's made its way to him. No goals as yet. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Martinez. Davids. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance for a shot! Costa Curta gets good distance on it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Dida getting this one. And De Bruyne! Goal! Inter! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's De Bruyne. Davids. Schneider. Del Piero. And this is Dybala. Dybala! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Verona with the corner. They're first. Di Gregorio claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's De Bruyne. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Now it's Del Piero.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
DiMarco. And the through ball. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
So we've reached the hour mark.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bastoni gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Del Piero. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nice control. Picked out Del Piero! Yes, it's there! Do not write them off. Back they come. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Verona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Who saw this coming? What an enthralling contest. What a wonderful contest. De Bruyne finds himself offside. Inter Milan can make their change now with a break in play. Tries to play it through. Zanetti. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And this is Dybala. And this is Dybala. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Schneider! And that is wildly off target. Martinez. It's played through for him. Danger averted for now. And he's quick to snatch it back. He has a look up. A lot of space ahead of him. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, he's looking at the referee. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a brief breather, and then extra time. "90 minutes gone and nothing between them still." Looking for the run. That's a shade optimistic. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a... And the shot! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Inter Milan take the lead. And now they can clear their lines. Great vision. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Goes for a shot! And with that, we've reached the halfway point of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Knocks it into space. Just eases him off the ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's been won straight back. It's a searching pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Barella. Can he get it through? Caught offside that time.
Verona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great. The potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now, can they get him away?
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's all goes for a shot! We've got a goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And
Judge, surely! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Verona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look...
Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! And it's in! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
De Bruyne. Otto is looking to influence the game from out wide. And this is... And he shoots! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper...
Oh, what has happened here? And that'll be a goal kick. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Davids. And this is Batistuta. He is chance! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Verona are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. So once again, we're underway. Rafael Leao. Chiellini. Now it's Rafael Leao. Looking for the run. Shot could be... Shoots! Yes, it's in! And they've got their lead back. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And now he has two. Verona get themselves into the lead. Thuram is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, easy pickings there.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now it's Rafael. He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Davids. Verona perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Now it's Thuram. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Thuram receives it in a good... And he's had a hit! Should have equalised.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
No, no way through. And it's Del Piero. Can he get it through? Lovely ball and a real chance now. Del Piero! They are queuing up to have a go here.
Verona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That's gone for a throw-in. Cross needs to be good. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Verona have their second corner now.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Has a look and place it forward. Now it's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. Oh, super ball. Cross into the big header! Rafael Leao is flagged offside. Costa Curta.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
And that will be it. Verona can celebrate now. They have exactly what they... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I'll be looking out for the mischievous Danny Carvajal, because I think he brings a lovely balance down the flanks, and he's capable of going both ways. He's added that extra element as well of intelligence, where he's better at deciding when to go.
Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, that was vital. Watford have the chance to go the other way. And he's intervened well there. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's through here. Pass is just off target. Baresi. Carvajal. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. No way through. Scholes. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Guti. Oh, nicely intercepted. Stojkovic. And it's Carvajal. Well timed, excellent interception. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Pele!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Raul. Oh, it's come loose. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! And he's there to get it away. Nuno Mendes stood up well to him there. Rijkaard. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai charging forward, the ball at his feet. There's the delivery. There's the header! Oh, would you believe it? They willed it, and it happened. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Pete.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers. He can run and beat defenders. We've seen that all so often. And he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and extraordinary energy levels too.
Yeah, and he's got the intelligence to strike the perfect...
Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Belletti. And he's in on goal. And Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This their second corner of the game. Watford have the chance to go the other way. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Played into space. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Son Heung-min. Now it's Pele.
That was lovely, that.
And he plays one through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Watford finding their passes. Pele! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And now a sudden chance to counter. Donadoni. Otto gets over and intercepts. He's found a way through. And that's a dangerous ball. Xavi Alonso. Oh, a delicate chip through. Floated through. And the flag has stayed down. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Knocks it out wide. Oh, great header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Well timed, excellent interception. And he can clear it away. It's run loose here. Xavi Alonso. And this is Son Heung-min. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Threads one in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And the whistle goes for half-time.